traders, how's everyone doing? Okay, let's get started with today's technicals. So it's Thursday, looking at the daily right now, and what can we see? We can see that price is currently forming a potential reversal pattern which is in confluence with this double bottom. As you can see, this is what also a confluence of 1, 2 and 3. So right now there's bullish reversal signals happening, but at the same time we need to be prepared that price could still easily trickle its way just a little bit lower before going stop hunt. We see a stop hunt of this level would be more beneficial. If we also zoom into a demand level that we have just a little bit below, we can see why this could happen potentially. If we go to the 4 hour, we've already got a potential demand level which is in confluence with a stop hunt of this significant low and also a stop hunt of this low here. So this is a potential scenario, right? But at the same time, we also have a probable scenario of this setup playing, which is what we've forecasted in advance: 1, 2 and 3. Let's just update the pattern slightly. And what can we see? We can see that yes, price formed this, some equal highs, done a stop hunt, it made a new high, retested, and yet another high. However, now we've got a potential pullback towards this main liquidity level, which was the main level that took out the previous highs. So right now, from this level here, you know, this is my current plan A setup. Plan A setup will be here, simply because this is the main demand move again that broke at the previous structure. So this is plan A. Plan B is what we just mentioned, which is one more stop hunt. We should be in confluence now with the new updated trend line. 1, 2 and now 3. Then we can go long. You know, I like the fact that it will be a stop hunt of this level as well. So there's two scenarios. There's plan A and there's plan B. Which one are we going to take? We don't know yet. We need to wait for more confirmation. What do I mean by confirmation? I mean, you know, we've got a potential double bottom. If there's a rejection of this double bottom, then we can get involved on this entry. However, do I want to get involved with an entry now, looking at the current momentum? Not really, especially because of this scenario. So what I need to wait for, if I'm going to take this plan A, is either wait for the double bottom schematic or wait for some form of a more small stop hunt, and then we can look to get involved on a retest. So we don't know what's going to happen here, but what we do know is that there's a high chance of price reversing from this level, if not a stop hunt of this level, to come down here. This is also something to take on board, since we've got some equal lows here, and then this will look more probable, simply because again 1, 2 and a 3 to take out these lows. That's a high probability trade. But do I want to just wait for the high as a potential trade when there's a potential setup right now? No. So I'm waiting for the schematics to even consider taking a long now. But I'm a little bit cautious simply because there's some momentum and there's some equal lows here. So this is looking more likely. So short term dollar weakness. But let's see what happens. Then we can get involved on the long. Next on the list is dollar CAD. Okay, dollar CAD. What is actually happening? If we zoom out to the daily, again, this was a move that we forecasted for a while, which is obviously the 1, the 2 and the 3, and the 1, the 2 and the 3. So that's been completed. If we go to the 4 hour, what is actually happening? This was the forecast that we mentioned previously. Again, you know, I got stopped out by a pip and it went to 12R, which is fine. But now there's a plan A and plan B. So plan A is looking more probable simply because it's rejecting of this current potential double bottom. But I want to see a clearer double bottom. So we've got one bottom. Now, right now, I would not be setting my order. I need to wait for some form of a rejection. Then plan A is more probable to go long and to complete the start of this pattern and fill the liquidity on a smaller time frame. So this is currently plan A. If price continues to drop and it doesn't reject from this level, I will not be getting involved, and I'll be looking for a potential order at this level. So the double bottom schematic has already happened, so I can set my order here. But right now there is a potential plan A. So right now this is the game plan for dollar CAD for a long. And this is TP1. TP2 is the start of this pattern. Well, just above it. TP1 is the start of this pattern, but just above it. That's TP1. And then TP2 will be the start of this channel pattern. And then finally, the main take profit would obviously be the outer structure of this pattern to complete the 1, 2, and 3 on the flip side. So that's the game plan for dollar CAD. Next on the list is Euro Pound. So Euro Pound, what can we see? We can see there's flag pattern in play, there's compression. I'm expecting further downside to retest this level here. Why this level? There's liquidity here to the left. It's completed the stop on of this level. There's been compression and now there's been momentum. You can see the compression here. Liquidity level got filled. Then there's momentum that took at the previous high. Now we've just got accomplished correction. You know, lower lows, lower highs, etc. We've got the compression. So now there's a high chance of price retesting either plan A or plan B. Then we can get involved in a really, really lucrative long position on Euro Pound towards at least the start of this pattern. But TP1 really would be just above this eagle highs. So there's a nice pound on Euro Pound. For the long, obviously this is what we forecasted yesterday, which was the entry here. It was in confluence with 1, 2, and obviously 3, and also 1, 2. I think it tapped this one as well, but obviously 3, and there was some liquidity here. So plan A got triggered. What happened next now? Now I made sure that my stop loss was above not only structure but also some imbalances here to the left. I made sure my stop loss was above both imbalances and also above structure, just to make sure, since I had a plan B set up. Now what's happening now is, okay, the market is now dropping. After this live stream, I'm gonna trail my stop loss below the previous high just to reduce the risk. But I'll do that after this meeting, now that there's momentum to the downside. So this was the game plan. Obviously, if price came up to plan B, I'll still be in the trade. Would I enter? No, I'll just let it play out. So that was the game plan on Euro Pound. Obviously, the target is plan A for the long. I'm not going to hold it to plan B because it can easily reverse from plan A. So my target is plan A, 9.2R. So let's see what happens now with Euro Pound. Next on the list is Kiwi CAD. Okay, Kiwi CAD. It looks like a valid trade, but I don't like the fact that the channel is in the middle of a larger channel. You want the channel to be somewhere here, for example. If the channel was here for a short, this is a higher probability, right? A channel here in the middle, the probability decreases. However, the setup is still there and the setup is valid. So would I be setting my order at this level? No, because it's a low probability setup. I'm just going to update this pattern now. So right now, I'm not interested in an order here. What I will be looking at is once price does reject from this level, if it does, then I'll wait for my schematic, wait for a break or structure, and then wait for some equal highs, and then catch the bank level here to the left, or even this bank level, whichever comes first, and then I can hold this trade to take out these lows and fill this level of liquidity as noted to the right, as you can see here, which is on the 1 hour time frame. So right now, Kiwi CAD, we just need to remain a little bit patient for a potential short. So that's the game plan right now for Kiwi CAD and today's live streams. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care everyone. Bye bye.